It's the 3rd of May, it's TP's Weekly Roundup, and I've got lots to talk to you about as normal. So this week we've got the Spring Quilt, which is the quilt of the week. I'm going to talk to you about H&H Americas. And did you watch me on Sewing Street this week with Stuart Hillard? First up, as normal, is quilting updates. So quilting updates was Sewing Street. That was all day Tuesday, basically. Travelling to get there, travelling home, and then an hour doing the show. It was a great day, and I want to thank all of you that have supported me and bought the patterns via Sewing Street. So thank you for that. The pattern was Candy Cosmos. So here's a little reminder. This is a great beginner quilt pattern, as are all of mine. It's made with just 2 blocks. Very, very simple. If you want to see me demo it, then head over to Sewing Street, but not before the end of this video, and have a look at the demonstration that I gave on Sewing Street. So Candy Cosmos is now available as a PDF download directly from my website. So if you do want to get it as a PDF version, if you're not in the UK, then you can go and download that now straight away. You can also buy the paper copy from Sewing Street. Delightful Diamonds is out. I mentioned this last week. So Delightful Diamonds is part of the Marvellous Mini Table Runner series, and there's a little video on my YouTube if you wanted to go and have a look at what that looks like. I haven't done much sewing this week, unfortunately. It's been more about the prepping for next week, which I'll talk to you about in the next section. But I have been working on some applique designs, which I am loving, and they're different. Yeah, I am really enjoying messing about with threads and beads and applique. Let's talk business updates. I've said before, I love doing admin, but I would like to do a bit more sewing. So this week has been about preparing for H&H Americas. Now, H&H Americas is a trade show. It's in Chicago. It runs for 3 or 4 days, and I'm going over on Monday. I'm going with my sister-in-law, Donna. She's coming with me. Donna helps me out with sample making, and I bounce ideas off of her as well. So we're going over for just 4 or 5 days. The show is huge. I've never been before. I think it started off as a yarn trade show, and then more quilters have gone in, and there's over 500 booths or stands, and I'm really not sure what to expect. So I've planned out who I want to go and see, written all the booth numbers down. I've got a brand new notebook. I'm going to be meeting my good friend Lisa Baker there from Sewindipidus. We've got our breakfast meeting set up at 7:30 on Tuesday, and I can't wait to see her. So yes, there's all sorts of things. I've signed us up for all the free stuff. So there's lots of networking. There's meetups, different meetups. There's breakfast meetups. There's ice cream meetups. Yeah, loads going off. There's a fashion show. There's Sample It. There's Product Academy, where you can go and see different designers, fabric companies, yarn companies, showcase their products and what's coming out. So I think I know exactly what I want to do, which ones I want to go to, but there are a lot, so I've had to choose wisely. So I think next week, instead of doing a TP's Weekly Roundup, when I get back, I think I'll do a H&H Roundup, so I can tell you a little bit more about it and our experiences. Also in business updates, the Summer Layers and Applique Escape 1-day retreat has sold out. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. So thank you to those that are coming. I've got people that have been on my retreats before coming to the 1-day retreat. And also I've got people that have never been to one of my retreats yet. So yes, going to be great fun. I am so pleased that I've sold out. And I've decided to put another one on, but with a different theme and something completely different to make in, I'm just trying to confirm some dates. So I'm hoping the 5th or 6th of July. So save the dates if you want to come along. It'll be the same early bird price, £99. But this time I would advise buying the kit. So I need to sort all the pricing out and what's included in that. But yeah, look out for that when I get back. I'm not going to do anything now between Chicago and probably in the next couple of weeks, I can let you know a little bit more about that. Quilt of the week. This quilt is by Karen, and Karen came to the Christmas in July retreat that Kerry from Living in Loveliness and I ran last July, and I think it was her first retreat, and she brought the pattern along and she got a charm pack and she started making the spring quilt, and it looks absolutely lovely. She sent me some pictures a little while ago of the finished quilt, and yeah, I'm so pleased. It looks amazing, and it looks so different to lots of the other spring quilts that have been made. So yeah, Karen, if you're watching, get in touch. You win a free quilt pattern. And don't forget, if you want to be featured in Quilt of the Week, then please do send me a good picture and also a description of what fabric you've used and anything else that may be of interest to our viewers. Boat life. It's been a bit quieter on the boats this week. It's been so hot, hasn't it? We're not moored under any shading. So I've tried to keep the boat as cool as possible with having the two dogs, Bella and Sydney. So I've managed to do that, kept all the curtains closed, had the hatch open, and made sure that we've been nice and cool. So there's not been much activity outside. But I have been looking at my bedding. I'm itching to get my summer bedding in place. When I say me, Mr. Perks is the one that does it. He used to be a gardener. He used to do hanging baskets for pubs and restaurants and that kind of thing. So he's the one with the green fingers. But my mum always used to say that you should never plant your summer bedding before the 14th or 15th of May. So we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there, even though the weather's been amazing. We could just get a cold snap next week, and I'd be really gutted that I've not listened to my mum's advice. Q&A section. I did a shout out in my Facebook group for questions that you'd like to ask. I've had quite a few come in. I've made a note of those. I'm only going to answer one today because of time restraints. But the others I haven't forgotten, and they're on my spreadsheet because I love a spreadsheet. So this one's from Tanya. Let me just read it out to you. Do you plan your moorings around where you both need to get to that fortnight? Also, how do you travel when getting off the boat? That's a really good question, Tanya. So thank you for sending that in to me. We have to move 20 miles in a navigational route. So you've got to do at least 20 miles one way before you can turn around and go back the other. So the first part of the question, we do plan out, and we do plan out in advance where we're going to moor. We take into consideration car parking. So, for example, where we are at the minute, the car is not that far away from the boat. And this weekend, well, Monday morning at 4:30 in the morning, we're going to have to be going up the towpath with suitcases for Chicago. So there's another mooring that we could have gone to, but it's a longer walk, and it's not easy to take all that luggage down the towpath. So yes, we do plan things out. Now, with regards to how do we travel when getting off the boat, we've got two vehicles. I've got an old Skoda, and my husband's got a van. And when we move the boats, you really have to plan it, the logistics of it. So we'll take both vehicles to the mooring that we want to go and moor up at. We'll leave one of the vehicles there, and then we'll drive back to where the boats are moored. We'll then move the boats and then moor up, get in the car or the van, drive back to get the other vehicle, and then both drive back to the new mooring. And you think, oh, you might only be going a couple of miles, but this can take half a day. And if we're getting water, this can take nearly a full day. So boat moving day, we normally schedule in about, 6 hours to do all of this and, get everything organised. So yes, so I hope that answers your question. If you've got any other questions that you would like to ask and would like me to answer on my weekly roundup, then please do send them in to me. I'm keeping a list now, and I'll get around to the others in the next few weeks. So thanks for watching. It's been another busy week. Next week, look out for all the pictures, little videos of H&H. I am going to put as much out there as I possibly can. I want to share it all with you. And when I get back, I will do a roundup, like I said earlier, on what's happened and who I've met and all that kind of stuff. So have a great week, and I'll catch up with you all soon.